Here's the thing about Stoicism. It's not just ancient philosophy, it's psychology, proven psychology. And Machiavelli, 500 years ago, proved 5 core Stoic truths through brutal real-world testing. Not in theory, in exile, in political warfare, in situations where being wrong meant death. And here's what's wild. Modern psychology now confirms every single one of these truths with hard data. Brain scans, longitudinal studies, clinical trials. So you've got ancient Stoics teaching these principles, Machiavelli proving them under pressure, and modern science validating them with evidence. That's about as solid as truth gets. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you 5 Stoic truths that Machiavelli proved and that psychology confirms. What they are, how they work, and exactly how to apply them. Because these aren't just ideas. They're operating principles for how human psychology actually functions. Let's start with truth number 1. And this one changes everything about suffering. Truth number 1. Suffering doesn't come from events. It comes from your interpretation of events. The Stoics called this the fundamental principle. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." Sounds like philosophy, but Machiavelli proved its mechanics. In exile, he documented identical events creating wildly different pain depending on how he interpreted them. Someone betrays him, and he interprets it as proof people are evil. He suffers for weeks. Someone else betrays him, and he interprets it as people act in their interests. No suffering, just adjustment. Same event, different interpretation, different pain. And modern psychology now confirms this as cognitive behavioral therapy. The foundational principle: events are neutral. Your thoughts about events create emotional response. Dr. Aaron Beck proved this in the 70s. Your interpretation of an event determines your emotional reaction more than the event itself. It's not what happens to you. It's the story you tell about what happens. Real talk. This is how I finally stopped suffering over rejection. Someone doesn't choose me, and I used to interpret. This means I'm not good enough. Devastating. But when I shifted to, they made a choice based on their preferences. No interpretation about my worth. The suffering disappeared. Same event, different interpretation. No pain. Here's how you apply this. Next time something happens that would normally hurt, pause before you interpret. Notice the event. This person did X. That's neutral. That's just what happened. Then notice your interpretation trying to form. This means Y about me, about them, about everything. That's where suffering gets created, in the interpretation. And here's the Stoic move that Machiavelli proved and psychology confirms. Stop at the event. Don't add interpretation. Just observe what happened without making it mean something about you. Event. Neutral. Interpretation. Where suffering lives. Separate them, and suffering becomes optional. That's truth 1. Now here's where it gets even more practical. Truth number 2. You control your response. Nothing else. Not events, not others, not outcomes. Just your response. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught, separate what's in your control from what isn't. Put energy only into what you control. Sounds simple. But Machiavelli proved how hard this is and why it matters. In political exile, he had zero control over whether he'd be restored to power. Zero control over whether former allies would support him. Zero control over outcomes. But he had total control over how he used his time. So he wrote, he observed, he documented human nature. He controlled his response to circumstances he couldn't control. And that response, that's what lasted 500 years. Not the circumstances, his response to them. Modern psychology confirms this as the locus of control. Dr. Julian Rotter's research shows people with internal locus of control who believe they control their responses have better mental health, less anxiety, more resilience. People with external locus who believe outcomes control them suffer more, anxiety higher, less ability to recover from setbacks. Here's how this played out for me. I used to spend massive energy trying to control how people perceived me, what they thought, whether they liked me, how they'd respond. All external, all outside my control. And it was exhausting. And I still couldn't control any of it until I shifted. I control what I say, how I show up, how I respond. That's it. Their perception, their response, outside my control. Not my job. And the anxiety vanished, because I stopped trying to control what I never could. Here's the Stoic practice. Machiavelli lived, and psychology validates. Before you take action, ask, what's actually in my control here? Not the outcome, not their response. Just my actions, my words, my effort, my response. Put energy there, nowhere else. Someone betrays you? You don't control their betrayal, but you control how you respond, where you put your trust next, what boundaries you set. That's your power. That's what you control. Focus there, and suffering over uncontrollable things ends. That's truth 2. On to 3, and this one's about other people's opinions. Truth number 3. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business, and they definitely don't define you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others. The Stoics knew people's opinions are about them, their perspective, their biases, their needs, not about your actual worth. Machiavelli proved this brutally. Same person, him, was called a genius by some, a traitor by others, worthless by political enemies, invaluable by the Medici when they needed him. Nothing about him changed, but opinions all over the place, based entirely on whether his existence served the opinion holder's interests. And he documented, if you let others' opinions define you, you'll be a different person depending on who's judging you. No stable self, just reaction to judgment. Modern psychology confirms this as external validation dependency. Research shows people who base self-worth on others' approval have higher anxiety, depression, and lower life satisfaction. Dr. Kristen Neff's work on self-compassion proves internal validation, self-acceptance, independent of others' opinions, correlates with better mental health across every metric. Let me be real about this one. I used to be low-key obsessed with what people thought of me. Every decision filtered through. But what will they think? And it was paralyzing. Because different people think different things. Can't please everyone. So I just freeze. Or try to be different things to different people. Exhausting. Until I applied this Stoic truth, their opinions are their business. My worth isn't up for vote. And here's the shift. I started asking, do I respect my actions? Not will they. Just, am I acting according to my values? If yes, I'm good, regardless of their opinion. Here's how you apply this Stoic truth that Machiavelli proved and psychology validates. Next time you catch yourself worrying about someone's opinion of you, ask, does their opinion change what's actually true about me? It doesn't. Their judgment is about them, their perspective, their standards, their needs, not about your actual worth. You define you through your choices, your values, your actions, not through their opinions. That's truth 3. Now let's talk about adversity. Truth number 4. Adversity doesn't create your character, it reveals it. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests strong men." The Stoics understood, difficult circumstances don't make you weak or strong. They show what you already are. Machiavelli proved this through observation of leaders under pressure. Same crisis. Some leaders revealed courage, others revealed cowardice. Some revealed integrity, others revealed corruption. The crisis didn't create those qualities. It just made visible what was already there. And he documented in The Prince. You can't know someone's true character until you see them under pressure. When stakes are low, everyone performs. When stakes are high, character reveals itself. Modern psychology confirms this as stress response patterns. Dr. Robert Sapolsky's research on stress shows your response to adversity follows established neural patterns. You don't become someone new under pressure. You become more yourself. The patterns you've built through small choices, those show up amplified when things get hard. Here's how I learned this truth. I thought I was patient until I faced actual sustained adversity. And I wasn't patient. I was avoidant. I'd just never been tested enough to see it. The adversity didn't make me impatient. It revealed that my patience was just lack of pressure. Under real stress, my actual pattern, avoidance, came out. And that was valuable. Because you can't change what you don't see. Adversity showed me what was actually there. Here's the Stoic practice Machiavelli proved and psychology validates. When you face adversity, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "What is this revealing about me?" Are you revealing resilience or avoidance? Are you revealing integrity or justification? Are you revealing courage or rationalization? Adversity is data. It shows you your actual patterns, not your idealized self-image. And once you see the pattern, you can change it, but only if you're honest about what's being revealed. Someone betrays you. Adversity. What does your response reveal? Wisdom and boundaries? Or revenge and bitterness? The event doesn't create your response. It reveals what's already in you. That's truth 4. Final one, and this is about acceptance. Truth number 5. Acceptance of what is ends suffering. Resistance to what is creates it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs." The Stoics knew, reality is what it is. Resisting it doesn't change it. It just adds suffering on top of it. Machiavelli proved this through his entire exile. He couldn't change that he was exiled. That was reality. He could resist it, spend years bitter, angry, wishing it were different, or accept it and work within it. He chose acceptance, not resignation. Acceptance. This is what is. Now what? And that acceptance let him write the works that outlasted everyone who exiled him. Modern psychology confirms this as radical acceptance. Dr. Marcia Linehan's research shows acceptance of painful reality reduces suffering significantly, not because reality changes, but because resistance compounds pain. Pain is inevitable. Suffering, the resistance to pain, is optional. Here's what this looked like for me. I had a situation that was genuinely unfair. Someone took credit for my work, and I spent months resisting that reality. This shouldn't have happened. It's not right. It's not fair. All true and all irrelevant, because it did happen. That was reality. And my resistance to reality, that was creating suffering way beyond the actual event. Until I practiced Stoic acceptance, this happened. It's not fair, and it's real. Now, what do I do within this reality? And the suffering ended. Not because the situation changed, because I stopped resisting what was already true. Here's how you apply this truth that Machiavelli proved and psychology confirms. When something painful happens, notice your resistance. The "this shouldn't be happening" energy. That resistance? That's creating the suffering. The event is just the event. And then practice Stoic acceptance. This is what is. I don't have to like it. But resisting reality doesn't change reality. It just makes me suffer while reality stays the same. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It means this is real. Now I operate within reality, not within my wish for different reality. Resistance creates suffering. Acceptance ends it. That's truth 5. Now let me bring this together. So those are the 5 Stoic truths that Machiavelli proved and that modern psychology confirms. 1. Suffering comes from interpretation, not events. Separate observation from story, and suffering becomes optional. 2. You only control your response. Focus energy there, nowhere else. 3. Others' opinions don't define you. You define you through your choices and values. 4. Adversity reveals character, doesn't create it. Use it as data about your actual patterns. 5. Acceptance of reality ends suffering. Resistance to reality creates it. And here's what makes these truths so powerful. They're not competing philosophies. They're the same truth expressed 3 ways. Ancient Stoics discovered these principles through philosophical inquiry. Machiavelli proved them through real-world testing under brutal conditions. Modern psychology validates them with empirical data and brain science. When ancient philosophy, Renaissance political theory, and contemporary neuroscience all point to the same truths, that's about as solid as truth gets. Real talk. I resisted these truths for years because they require taking responsibility. It's easier to blame events, other people, circumstances. But the moment I started applying these truths, separating interpretation from events, controlling only my response, ignoring others' opinions, letting adversity reveal patterns, accepting reality, suffering decreased dramatically. Not because life got easier, because I stopped creating suffering on top of difficulty. So here's what you do with this. Pick one truth, just one. The one that addresses your current suffering. If you're suffering over events, practice truth 1. Separate event from interpretation. If you're anxious about outcomes, practice truth 2. Focus only on your response. If you're worried about judgment, practice truth 3. Stop letting opinions define you. If you're in adversity, practice truth 4. Ask what's being revealed. If you're resisting reality, practice truth 5. Practice acceptance. One truth. This week. Applied consistently. And watch what happens. The Stoics taught it. Machiavelli proved it. Psychology confirms it. And you can verify it yourself. These truths work. Not because they're ancient. Not because they're philosophical. But because they're accurate descriptions of how human psychology actually operates. Apply one this week and see for yourself